Welcome to the lecture. Today we will see the concept related to missing data. So what is the missing data? How to find the missing data? How to encode the missing values and how to impute the missing values. So we will see these three topics today. So in dataset it might happen that there are some missing values. In the video of data science pipeline, I have already told you that what is the missing values are. If there is a customer data set and if customer does not enter the age, then that age is absent in your data set. So we will call it as the missing value. So what is the missing data? In short, the missing data means the absence of the data in the data set. So sometimes the data you receive is missing information in specific fields. For example, a customer record might be have an missing education field or have an missing an age field. So if enough records are missing entries, any analysis you perform will be skewed and the results of the analysis weighted in an unpredictable manner. So having a strategy for dealing with missing data is important. So over here, we will first see how to find the missing data. If in your data set, the missing data is present or not. First of all, we have to find that. So starting with finding the missing data. So finding the missing data in your data set is essential to avoid getting the incorrect results from the analysis. So this is the code to find the missing data. So let's see this code. Suppose over here I am having one series object. So what is the series? Series is the one-dimensional object present in the pandas library. So I am creating one series object. So I am writing that is pandas pd dot series over here. And I am creating one-dimensional object that is 1, 2, 3. I am having that is values as 1, 2, 3. My this value is np.nan. So what is nan? It is the null value or we can say the missing value. So over here, I have all the values as 1, 2, 3, 5 and 6. These are my normal integer values. And my missing values are represented as np.nan and my none like this. So a data set can represent missing data in several ways. So in this example, we have the missing data represented as np.nan. So what is this nan? The full form is like this, that is numpy is not a number. So it is present in the numpy library. So I am writing that is np.nan. So over here, what is np? It comes from here, that is import numpy as np. So this is the one way that I can represent my missing data, and you can also represent your missing data as none. What is this non? None? This is the Python data type and this is present in your NumPy library. So in both the ways you can represent your missing data. So in my series object, I have two missing values, that is np.nan and none, that is my Python data type. So first of all, I am using the print function. So I am writing my object that is s.isNull. So this isNull function is used to check whether the missing data is present in your data set or not. So it will check whether a particular index position is null or not. So if the index position is null, then it will return true. Otherwise, it will return false. So let's run this code. Then over here, you can see this particular one is present at my index position 0. So at my index position 0, whether this value is null? No, the value is not null. So my answer is false. At my index position 1, again the answer is false. Again the answer is false at my index position 2. Now this is my index position 0, 1, 2 and this is my value at index position 3. So you can see over here in the output that at index position 3, it is showing me the answer as true. It means what? This particular value is null. So this function, that is s.isNull, is returning true for my index position 3. And you can also see that at last index position, that is at index position 6, again it is showing me the answer as true. So my this and this both the values are my missing values. So this is how you have found the missing data in your data set. So over here my data set is very small, that is my one-dimensional series object. In case of the complete data set, so you can demonstrate this example on the data set which I have provided to you, that is the loan data set and the drug data set. So in that, in any one particular column, just change the value, just delete any value and just write down the none and np.nan like this, and you can use this function, that is df dot is null, or you can write that df into the bracket one particular column name, and you can write the is null function to check whether the missing data is present in your data set or not. So we have used such type of function during the implementation of the linear regression. Now I am having one another function, so I am writing like this, that is s into the square bracket I am writing s dot is null. So I am writing s, and in, you can say, the index position, in place of the index position in the square bracket I am passing this true or false value. Then let's see what is the output. So this, my first output, is the output of my s dot is null function. My this particular statement, it prints the output like this. So what is this function is doing? If I am writing s dot is null within the series object, that is my s, then it shows that at which position your missing data is present. So my this particular statement, it shows that my missing data is present at my index position 3 and at my index position 6. So whatever the missing data is, so whether it is NaN or whether it is NONE, none, right? So in the output, it will show the missing data as NaN only. So these are the various different ways that you can represent the missing data, but in the output, you will get the NaN as the common value which indicates the missing data present at index position 3 and at index position 6 over here. So this is how we can find the missing data. Now the next one is encoding the missing values. So over here we have figured out that whether my missing data is present in my data set or not. Now after we have figured out that our data consists of some missing information, then the next question is what to do about such type of data. So there are three possibilities. The first one, that you can ignore the issue. The second one, you can fill in the missing items. So wherever the missing item is, you have to fill that with some values. So you have to fill that blank space with some values. So that means fill in the missing items. Or you can do the third thing, that is you can remove or drop the missing entries. So wherever the missing entries or missing data is there, so remove that row completely or remove that column completely. So you can do this third thing, or you can place some values in place of the missing data, or you can ignore the issue. But ignoring the problem could lead to all sorts of problem for your analysis. So it's the option that you use list often. So over here, let's see the code that how to fill in the missing data. So this second option we will see, that is fill in the missing items. So let's see the code for fill in the missing items. So over here, I am using the code like this. That is, I am having one series object that I have as above. Again, I have defined over here, so you can view it easily. Over here, I am writing the print statement and I am using this function, that is fill NA. What this fill NA function will do, it will fill out the missing values with some values. But with which value? So that is the question mark. So we will see this fill NF function for filling the missing values. So over here I am writing, that is my print statement, that is s dot my fill na as the function, and I am writing into the bracket, that is 1. So what this indicate, that wherever my missing value is, just fill it with the value as 1. And I am running this code, then you can see that at my index position 3, my null value is there, so it is filled out with 1, and my last value is also filled out with 1. If you write 2 over here, then it will be filled out with the value as 2 and 2 like this. But the question is over here, that if I am filling out this value as the value 1, then what will happen? My most of the data will be gathered at the left hand side. So my distribution will become right skewed. If I mention over here 6, then what will happen? My most of the data will be gathered on the right hand side. So my distribution will change if I indicate the first or the last values to fill out the missing values. So it is not the proper one. You have to fill out the missing value in such a way that your shape of the distribution does not get changed. So the best way is to fill out the missing value is to write the mean of all the values. So over here I am writing, that is I want to fill out the missing value with the value as the mean of all these numbers. So I am writing over here, that is s dot mean. So what will happen? Let's calculate. So I am writing, that is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 6. My total numbers are 5. So I am writing divide by 5 and my answer is 3.4. And I am writing over here that I want only integer value. So what will happen? Only 3 will be truncated and my zero point 0.4 value will be removed because this is my float value. So I will only get the answer as 3.0 like this. So when I'm running this code, then you can see that my missing value are now filled out with the mean of all these numbers. So if I fill the missing values with the help of mean, then my distribution will not get affected in a major way. Now the next is the drop NA function. So let's see what this drop NA function will do. So what this drop NA function will do, it drops the missing entries. So let's see the code. I'm just printing one blank statement, that is my print statement like this, and I'm writing s dot drop NA. So what this drop NA will do, it will just remove the rows which contains the missing values. So let's run this code. You can see this is my output of my first statement. This one, my this gap, it there is one gap between these two outputs, so this is my print statement, and this s dot drop NA. So this is my output of s dot drop NA. Then you can see that my missing values are present at index position 3 and at index position 6. Then you can see that my row with index position 3 and 6 is removed. So over here, this is one of the way that you can deal with the missing values, that you can drop the rows. Now the third one is imputing the missing values. So over here, you have to make use of the simple imputer which is available in your library, that is the sklearn.impute library. So from that, you are using this one, that is the simple imputer. So over here, we will be calling the simple imputer constructor and we will be passing the values into the constructor, that is as an argument we can say. So let's see, that is the imputing the missing values. So over here, I'm importing the two libraries, that is NumPy and Pandas. I have already imported above. I have written over here that you have to use this three library to perform this two cell which contains the code. So over here I am using, that is s equals to, what is this? Simple my list. It contains the value as 1, 2, 3. Again my missing values are present over here. I am writing imp equals to simple imputer. I am calling the constructor and I am passing the attribute that is as an argument, I'm writing missing underscore values equals to np.nan. So this is my missing value, and this by default is considered as the missing value only. So you have to just write over here, that is your numpy, that is number is, it is not a number type. You can say it is numpy is not a number, like this. And over here you have to compulsory mention the 2D array, that is two dimensional I have used, not a single bracket. Single bracket indicates the one dimension. Compulsory you have to mention the 2D array over here, or you can say the two dimensional list over here. So I am running this code, and so my simple imputer constructor is called. It find out where the missing value is, and it is stored in my object, that is IMP. Now what next you have to do? You have to make use of fit and transform over here. So what this fit function will do? It will fit my this particular data. So what is the condition? My this data is a 2D array. So over here I have to again mention the 2D array. So this one and this one should match. So over here how many values are there? You have the 7 different values. So also over here you have to mention the 7 different values. Next is this fit and transform function are generally used together. So whenever you are writing the fit function, in the next line you have to write the transform function. So this is my data, and I am writing over here in the next line as pd.series, and I am writing imp.transform, and I am transforming this particular variable s, and I'm converting it to the to list, because my whatever the value is, it will be converted into list, and it will be printed in the output screen like this. So my series object I'm converting into the list like this, or you can say that whatever the value is returning, that is imp.transform, you are converting into the list, and this list is accepted by this particular series object, and then you are printing this series object like this. Again I am repeating what is happening, that imp.transform, whatever the value it is returning, you are converting into the list, that you are doing the type conversion. So now you are passing the list into the series object, or you are converting the list into the series object, that is my x, and you are printing the x. Then you can see the output over here, that what happens. Over here I have the missing data, that is np.nan, and the last one. Then you can see that this is the data that I have fitted on. So I am having this value, that is 1, 2, 3 as my normal value. This is my missing value. So instead of missing value, it is taking my value as 44. So you can see over here. Over here again I am having the missing value. So instead of missing value, it is taking my value as 7.0 like this. So if you are having the normal value, then it will consider the normal value, that is 1, 2 and 3. If the missing data is present in your object, then it will take the values that you have passed within the fit function. Suppose over here, instead of 2, again I am writing, that is np.nan like this. Then let's see what happens. Instead of 2 in the output, I should get the answer as 22. Then you can see over here that it is giving me the answer as 22 like this. So this is what all about the missing data is. I have already provided you this particular document, so you can refer it from the drive. So keeping it till here, thank you all.